Good evening, guys. Good evening, guys. Should sound ಮಾಡ್ರಪ್ಪ. Will you attend? Same thing. ಬೇಡ ಕಣ ಹೋಗೋ. ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ. Okay, you guys are from APEC, right? And also are CSAT batch students. Okay, see, this is an open session. Meaning anybody can come. Another for 2-3 days you can attend the classes. Okay. See, specifically this course is designed for 35 days. 35 days of classes. Okay. If you ask me what we are going to do in this next 35 days of classes, I will be completing the topics which are oriented towards 2025 prelims. Okay. So, the CSAT, if I bisect the paper, you guys are familiar about CSAT, right? What is the full form of CSAT? Where have you seen this expansion of CSAT? Google. Are you preparing from Google? ChatGPT failed to qualify prelims, you know that, right? Yes, madam. ChatGPT failed actually. Okay. In UPSC syllabus, nowhere it's mentioned as CSAT. Okay. If you are going to write the prelims this time, you'll be having paper 1 and paper 2. For our market terminology, okay, generally we call this paper as what? CSAT, Civil Service Aptitude Test. When it was introduced, okay, we coined. And this paper 1, obviously, generally what we call this as? General Studies. GS and Karitiwala. Very similarly, this one is CSAT. Okay. Now, this paper is bisected into 3 broad sections, which is a quant part, reasoning part, and also reading comprehension part. Okay. How many questions? 80 questions are coming from 3 different sections here. Okay. RC, you will be getting 25 to 30 questions. Okay. 27, 28 nowadays he is giving 25 to 30 questions. And the remaining how many questions approximately? So 50 to 55 questions. So 50 to 55 questions which are considered as both quant and reasoning, because nowadays there is no actual bifurcation of quant and reasoning. Many of the reasoning questions are also asked in the numerical form. Okay, many of the calendar questions, calendar we consider it as a concept of reasoning only, logical reasoning, but there also numerical ability is been asked. Okay, reminder theorems is been asked. Okay, in the clock we consider it as a reasoning, logical reasoning, but lot of calculations required. If you are taken the direction based questions, okay, if I give you only direction left, right, straight, okay, 90-degree turn and all, that will be a reasoning one. If I mention you the 5 meters, 25 meters, 9 meters and a Pythagoras and all, we require a quantitative part only. Understood? So, this quant part is nothing but numericals, numbers. Okay, the basic thing we have to know about these numericals are how they function with different mathematical operations. Okay, what are the different mathematical operations we see? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Only these many, isn't it, madam? Or else some signs like equals, not equal and all. Okay, and also greater than, lesser than, inequalities form, equalities form. If you are familiar about all this basic form, okay, you must know how to apply this one in even, decimals, integers, or else you can say fractions also. You know what is a decimal? Okay, you know what is it? Yeah, what is a decimal? Point itre decimal agtad alva. Okay, deci, anything when you divide by deci, 10 parts, that becomes a decimal, isn't it? Okay, so to know this, you need to know the classification of numbers. the names of the numbers, why they are called, okay, and what are the examples, what are the exceptions and all, okay. Integers, fractions, are there any exceptions, okay. There are different types of integers, positive, negative, odd, even, okay, and also the neutral and all. Why they are called, what are the divisibility rules, and why they are mentioned it as the names, okay, integers and all. So basically you have to understand why they are classified and how they are classified and what are the examples. Because if he gives an integer in the question form, okay, integer can be even integer, odd integer, okay, and also neutral integer. What is the neutral integer? 0. Positive integers, negative integer, okay. So what are the positive integers? +1, +2, +3. Negative integers? -1, -2, -3 and all, okay. You have to understand this one first, okay. That's what basic numeracy. If you have understood that one, you are applying those in the concepts, okay. What are the concepts? Don't write, I'll make you write, okay, wait for it. Concepts, okay. Now you know how to multiply, divide, addition, subtraction, anything, but when to do, why to do, what are the result we are expecting if I am doing a multiplication or a division. That is where the real theory lies. If I ask you to, okay, subtract, add, you guys are familiar about all this doing, but when to do it, okay, how to do it, and what is the result we are expecting after doing it, that is what the real thing, okay, concept alva, okay. Nimage ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, okay. How many of you don't follow Kannada here? ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರಲ್ವೇನಪ್ಪ, ಬರ್ತದಲ್ವೇನೋ, ಬರಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು, okay. That's what, okay. Understand those theory forms, okay. That's what the concepts here. After this you have to do the exercises here, means solving more and more questions, okay guys. So basically I dissect this one into 5 parts. One thing is you must be familiar about your basics, okay. Many of the humanities students, many of the students from the rural background, Kannada medium background, okay, you guys lack basics. Basic thing is whatever you have learnt in your school days, okay, that itself is the basics. 7th standard, 8th standard till whatever the things which you have done, okay, if you have done properly, then you are good in your basics. Then after basics you need a content, which is notes. For that matter, you attend any of those classes, any faculty, any course you buy, you must have a crisp notes there, okay, consolidated one, right, okay. After this notes, revision, lot and lot revision. How many times you are revising your polity before? See, how many of you gave already the attempts, the previous attempts, okay. How many times do you revise the polity, man, before going to the exam? At least some 3, 4, 5 times, okay. How many times CSAT? Not even a single time, you know. On an average, if you take, they won't complete the overall syllabus only, okay. Here and there they'll do some examples, PYQs, okay, assuming that they got to know they can handle that in, okay. That's not the case there, because see, I'll give an example now. As the KPSC is been concluded, KPSC Prelims, many of our OGP students have qualified, and some of them have qualified earlier, but in the second exam they couldn't, okay. And one of the advantage they took is 30 questions of quant. That made lot of difference. That made lot of difference. When the faculties, their mentors, evaluators are not getting qualified, our OGP students, our batch students have qualified, okay. Understood? They have taken a lot advantage of those 30 questions which were in KPSC. So without mental ability and quantitative aptitude, you cannot qualify any competitive exam. Keep that in mind, one thing, okay. You need a notes and a revision of a notes, okay. And after this revision, you have to give the mock. Mock is always full length. I don't believe in module based tests, okay. If I complete 1 or 2 topics today, and if I give you at the weekend the same topic test, okay, some 20 question, 30 question, definitely you will outperform. What if I give you the mock consisting of all 35 topics, any unforeseen, okay, I may include the permutation, combination and probability like UPSC had done in 2023, some 15 questions, okay. In 2024 he has asked 0 questions from there. Getting any number of questions can be asked from any of the topic, Okay, illinda ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. So each and every topic is important. Hence, when you are writing a full length mock, you will get to know whatever you are lacking here. One thing, if you are not getting an answer or else a fluke answer, if you are doing, okay, lack of basics. Never ever seen a question, lack of content. Okay, though you know the things, but something clarity you are not getting at that point of time, lack of revision. Okay, at this point only you will get to know. Okay, when you are knowing already, that the same will be reflected in your actual exam. Getting, sir? So no need to wait for May 25th, almost at the May 10th or 15th only you will get to know whatever you are going to perform in your exam, actual exam. Getting? Okay. So as I told you, if your basics is weak, okay, I want you to rely on NCERT 6th standard first. Complete the 6th standard. If you are not facing any of the problem, if you are comfortably doing all the 6th standard along with the exercises, then definitely your basics is good. Your basics is good. This is my responsibility to give you a crisp notes. And if you ask me what does the notes consist of, these notes will be consisting of 35 topics. Okay, if you buy any book, okay, for example R.S. Agarwal, these are, or else any Mrunal's book and all, you will be having 35 topics, some 20 topics of quant and on some 15 topics of reasoning and all. But I don't give you in this 35 topics here. This one is 7 concepts here, 20 quant and 15 reasoning. This 20 quant, okay, there are only 7 important concepts which are there. If you learn this one, all these 20 quant topics will be covered. Okay, only 7 concepts. One of the major concept is number system. But what comes under the number system? Okay, now you can copy. Okay, rather than broadening your whole syllabus, okay, overlap it. You will get to know only 7 concepts. One major one is number system. Number system consists of, madam, first two names of the numbers. That's what classification. Okay, how they are classified and categorized, why they have been classified. Okay, and with the examples and with the PYQs also. Classification of the numbers and unit digits, and also the tens digit in some of the cases. Okay, then there are so many rules of divisibility. Okay, divisibility rule of the prime numbers, divisibility rule of 3 consecutive numbers, okay, cyclic order of the 3 consecutive numbers. Every year we are getting questions one or the other. Then factors or factorization. Okay, counting of the zeros, counting of the number of factors, sum of the factors, average of the factors. If I give you, okay, how many factors of 240 are there which are divisible by 10? Okay, factors means divisors. How many numbers are there of 240, okay, which can divide 240 and also which are divisible by 10? Or else he might ask you some of those values also. Okay, and this all comes under the factorization only. Okay, if I give you something like this, okay, 125 factorial. 125 factorial ends with 0. What is 5 factorial? What is 3 factorial, madam? 3 into 2 into 1. It's called factorial. Okay, 4 factorial, madam? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is 6. This is 24. What is 5 factorial, madam? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is nothing but 120. What is 6 factorial? Can I write this as 6 into 5 factorial like this? Which is nothing but 720. Okay, 7 factorial 5040, and so on, so on, so on, so on. So it has to end with what? So 5 factorial and above has to end with 0 only. Okay, 0 only. But 125 factorial ends with, if I ask you how many zeros? Okay, how many zeros? That is a factorization concept only. You cannot learn only with this question or else deliver this answer only in the exam. There are lot many examples, simple one as well as advanced one, than 125 factorial you must be able to learn. Okay, factorization. Then remainder theorem. The concept of LCM and HCF and their application. Okay, and also the relation between LCM and HCF, how they are related. EAP and GP. They are one and another way linked. Okay, one or the other way, when I am doing the LCM and HCF, okay, we will be taking the factorization as well. And also, if I am giving a co-prime numbers which are very helpful in the HCF, that comes under the classification only. If you don't know what are co-prime numbers or the ratio form, okay, you cannot know the HCF of those numbers. If I mention the co-prime numbers in the question, if you don't know the classification of numbers and their examples, you can't do the HCF questions and all. Getting? Okay, if you don't know the unit digits, how to? Okay. What is the remainder if I ask you? It depends on the unit digit. If I say this number's unit digit is 3, for example, let's say, okay, 3 power 2021, the unit digit of this number is 3. I am dividing by 10. What is the remainder? What is the remainder? See, 13 by 10, what is the remainder? 13 I am dividing by 10. Remainder is 3, madam. 3. 23 by 10, 3. 33 by 10, 3. Any number which ends with 3 when you divide by 10, remainder is 3. Okay. We need to know the unit digit, right? See, unit digits and the remainder theorem, one or the other way, they are linked. Okay. I know the factorization, I can't do the remainder theorem, that doesn't work. This is one concept. The whole thing is a concept here. Understood? Okay. Take down. This is concept number 1, you can take. See, if you are OGP students, we will be taking these things in a very slower paces. Okay. With lot many basic calculations also we will be doing. Okay, guys. How many of you are APEC? You have taken APEC. Batch 2. APEC. Okay. APEC. Shall we move this? Next is time and work. The work depends on what? Time, isn't it? Okay. How with the time work can be completed? You need required men, isn't it? You need men. And the men need what? Time. The product of these two will be what? Work. Okay. Or else, if men are there, they will be doing the work, right? Which is called efficiency. Okay. Isn't it? If there are two people, A and B, A will be having different efficiency, B will be having different efficiency. So the time taken or else work done will differ. Yes, madam. So efficiency into time is equal to work. Efficiency means, in a generic way, their speed of doing work. A can do 10 units, B can do 15 units in a day. Okay, they might take different time to complete the work. What it? Work. How the work can be generated with efficiency and time. Okay, sir? Okay. Now, look here, afterwards copy. "400 kilometers I am traveling at an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour. So I will be taking how many hours? 5 hours, right? 400 is equal to 80 into 5. What do you call this as? Speed. What do you call this as? Time. Okay. If you product this one, what is the product you are getting here? distance. I'll complete my distance, isn't it? See, here also 3 dimensions, here also 3 dimension. Whatever the speed of this man is nothing but the speed of the vehicle here. Whatever the work completed is nothing but what? Whatever the distance covered, and the time is something to do the work or else to cover the distance will take the same time, isn't it? The time is same for each and everybody. The dimension, okay, in which we are having in common is what? Time only. Okay, madam. So can I say this concept and this concept is one and the same? Only the example differs. Okay. So the time, speed and distance and time and work are one and the same concept. Okay. The way of asking questions and examples will differ. Okay. Now, time and work. Under the time and work, it can be extended to pipes and cistern. Cistern means tank. Okay. Tank. A pipe can fill a tank in 10 hours. Very same question can be given here as a person can complete the work in 10 hours. See, very similar one. Okay. And afterwards, you will be getting cumulative work. Collectively working. 5 men can complete a work in 10 days. Okay. 10 women can complete the work in how many days? If men are twice efficient than women. Or else 5 pipe of diameter 1 centimeter can fill a tank in 10 hours. 10 pipe of diameter 2 centimeter can fill a tank in how many hours? One and the same thing conceptually. Collectively they are be working. And similarly, wages. Dividing the money. Money gets divided based on what? Work. Okay. Based on the work, wages will get divided. See, one and the same. If you learn the concept of time and work, pipes and cistern, cumulative work and wages are the same. Similarly here, time, speed and distance can be applied in a different way. Trains based question. Relative speed. Race based questions. Boats based question, boats and streams. Apart from that, you will be having some 3-4 conceptual based questions also. Okay, time, speed and distance, keeping time as constant, keeping distance as constant. Okay, how the variables will change. So they are all the same concept only. See, in the book you can bisect this thing into different topics only. Okay, if you take this as a topic, this as a topic, here 5, 10 topics, hinge avudutte. Okay, so book bariyoru ನೀವು 8 topic ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಾನು book ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ? You should know the content right there. Okay. Shall I move this? Very important, percentage. Percentage and its application. Where can you see the percentage? Percentage based questions. Where do you use the percentage, man? Where use ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ? Marks, amele, commission, so on, many types of percentage based questions, right? Even you can write, see, time, speed and distance also you can use. Okay, the train can travel 20% faster than car, percentage banta. B can do 20% more efficiently than the work, okay, compared to A, time and work. Everywhere you can do the percentage, but specifically percentage related concepts, we'll do it in SI, CI, profit and loss, discounts, and in the case of SI, CI, we'll do installments also. These are all related to the percentage only. Okay, I know the percentage, but I don't know the profit and loss. That doesn't work. In your academics, ನಾವು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓದ್ತಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಈ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ. Okay, we used to avoid compound interest and all, but he'll ask you a combination of SI and CI. That is how he is doing. Okay, he is expecting you to have clarity. Okay, have complete observation, understanding about the details. Shall I move this? So this is the third concept. Fourth one, average. See, average, you will be having AP based questions, arithmetic progression based questions. Okay. For example, if I have to give you, you know how to find the average, right? How to find the average? See, don't worry, I'll be doing all these things in a detail. I'll start from here only. Okay, superficially, I'm giving you the details about what we are going to do in the next 35 days. Some of the observations. The observations can be numericals, variables, anything. Okay, somebody's weight, somebody's mark, somebody's age, somebody's distance, somebody's speed, anything it can be. Sum of all the observation divided by, yeah, total number of observation. If I give you something like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, their ages, let's say, or money they have earned. If I ask you to find the average money, what do? Sum it and divide by how many, madam? 5. So totally this becomes what? 6. Okay. This is in the concept of AP. AP means if the difference between each successive number, if I give you here, okay, if you arrange that one in an increasing or decreasing order, do you have the same difference? Yes, madam. Okay, 2, 2, 2, 2 difference idea. Okay, then those kind of numbers are called what? AP, that's it. Whenever the series is in AP, the average is at the middle value. The middle value itself is the average. He might give you x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3 and all. Okay, AP ne concept 2. Average he'll ask you. Similarly, you will get the properties of average. Properties of average. Okay, basically the question will be on either the AP concept or else the properties of. Property means, see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, these are the numbers. If I add each number by 1, will the average remain same or changes? Changes becomes what? Plus 1, that's it, isn't it? Nodi madam ಈಗ 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. That's still also in the AP. Then the middle value has to be the average. Okay, so plus 1 I. If each value is added with 1, then yeah, average also gets added by 1, isn't it? Okay, if my age increases by 1 year, okay, your age increases by how many years? Everybody's age increases by, that's a property of average. Okay, average okay, that's why we do the questions on ages also in average. Okay. A family consisting of 7 members. Okay, one of the member is 5 years old. Okay, when he was born, means everybody's age has to decrease by 5. He won't mention it, but the concept is property of average only. Shall I move this, sir? Okay, 2023 is nightmare. Permutation combination. See, yeah, of course, some unique questions were asked that year, and also number of questions were more in number. Okay, frequently you are getting same kind of questions in the paper there. Okay, which normally we don't do that many questions also, because many n number of possible cases are there in permutation combination and the probability. If I change a simple data or else a simple condition, many things will change there, and also exceptions are there, and also he was given options like 15, 16, 17, 18. We could have counted till 15, okay, but the answer was 16. Some exception was there. Okay, those kind of question you must know, that has to be left. Okay, so here more than attempting the questions, I'll show you leaving kind of questions. Out of 10 if he is asking, okay, I'll make sure that 5 to 6 you can do and 4 you can leave, rather than 5 making mistake and 5 correcting, and average will be 1 or 2 questions will be, okay, marks. So that is wow. Permutation combination and probably we'll study in detail. Okay. Mensuration. What do you mean by mensuration? Measuring. What you can measure? You can measure the length of this room. Can you measure the area of this room? Can you measure the volume of this room? That's what. Measuring area, see, length and area is called 2D, right? Okay, and measuring the volume is called 3D. 2Ds and 3Ds. Okay. See, most likely nobody will prepare all these questions because the weightage of, if you see, everybody will be having those consolidated PYQs and all, okay, and the breakups and all, okay. Every year how much questions you are getting from each and every topic. If you are seeing least mensuration, so what do? Normally, what is the first thing comes to your mind? Leave it. Why to put lot of effort? Okay. Every year, madam, believe me, thousands of students will disqualify only because of one question in the CSAT. Okay. Okay, in the mensuration, that would have been that year's easiest question. So it's not about the number of questions. What if we ask from 5 to 6 questions next year? You start preparing in 2026 then. Okay, see, at this highest level of competition, you cannot ignore any of these things. Okay, any of these things. 2 to 3 questions will be asked directly, indirectly, in which mensuration and also a basic elementary geometrical properties you need to know. These are all very direct questions. Okay, rely completely on my notes, you will get the same question. Okay, don't worry. I cannot assure the same in permutation, combination and probability, but these things, okay, assured Vella. And the last, ratio and proportion related concepts. Again, as I have told you, ratio can be anywhere, man. Okay, ratio means what? What do you mean by ratio, madam? Comparison. What can I compare? Two people's age, marks, money, okay. Anything I can compare, right? Okay. So that's what ratio. Can I compare A's 20 rupees with B's 40 rupees like this? They have the money in the ratio what? 1:2. Because there is a common factor here. Okay. We'll do all these things in detail. Okay. Do not look worried now. I'm just showing 1:2, madam. Or else, can I write this as A by B is equal to 1/2 in this way? You can write in the form of A is to B or A by B. Similarly, let's say C and D are having 80 rupees and 160 rupees. So, can I write A by B is equal to 1/2, which is equal to C by D in this form? This is a comparison of A and B. This is a comparison of C and D. And this is a comparison of A, B, C, D. Okay. Comparison of two or more quantities is called ratio. Comparison of two or more ratios is called proportion. Understood the proportion? They are in proportion. Okay, they are in some sort of relationship under some properties. You can write this as AD is equal to BC. Can I write this one? A into D is equal to B into C. You can write this as A by C is equal to B by D and so on. When they are in some sort of relationship, everything, these properties works. So based on the properties, you will get the question. So basically here, the questions on ages, okay, extended topics, partnership. When you mix two or more things, becomes mixture. You need a certain ratio of mixing, right? Mixture, and the technique of solving question when there is a mixture is called allegation. Okay, madam. Whenever there is a mixture, what can you mix, man? Mixture nodidiya? ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀಯ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಲ್ಯಾಬಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಯಾ ಮಿಕ್ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಅಂಗಡಿಲೂ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ ಬೇಕರಿಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಿಕ್ಸರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ವಿತ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ an average salary or something, isn't it? You can mix anything, right, for that matter. Yes, madam. So wherever there is a mixture, you can solve using the allegation. Okay, a dishonest milkman, he is mixing milk with water, okay, in a certain ratio. Or else, if you are mixing a solution with water, it will get dilute. In what percentage you should mix so that it gets diluted by this much percentage? Getting? Okay, so these are the kind of questions you are getting here. Okay, how many concepts I told? Have you finished? Okay, you can take out this separately and make some 5 topics out of it. So you can make some 20-30 topics. Getting? Okay, so you are getting only these kind of questions, or else questions on only these topics and concepts from the past 10 years. Okay. Now, coming into the reasoning part. See, there is something broadly classified as analytical, logical and all, okay, which is verbal, non-verbal. Verbal means words, use of words. If you don't use words, what do you use? You use figurals, tabular, something like this man to represent some data, right? Okay, non-verbal. Verbal, completely verbal kind of. Okay, for example, verbal kind of statement, assumption, statement, conclusion, statement, inference, argument and all. Okay, madam. Another one is logical reasoning. Yen madam? Blood relationship. Okay, blood relationship. These are also, see, there are different varieties of questions will come, like coding relationship. A plus B means A is father of B. A minus B means A is mother of B. Okay, and similarly puzzle based questions. Okay, in a family there are 7 people, out of which 3 are male, 4 are females. Okay, A is the mother of B, something like this. Okay, puzzle based. And also a man is pointing towards a woman and saying that this photograph is something something. Okay, how is the man related to woman? Ee ರೀತಿಯೆಲ್ಲ questions. Okay, and directions, direction and distance, direction test. Okay, basically concept of displacement and also Pythagoras. Okay, mostly he'll ask you. Displacement means what? That's it. From this point to this point, how to find the shortest distance, man? Tape ಹಿಡಿಬೇಕ್ತಾನೆ. Tape ಹೆಂಗೆ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ? Straight line, isn't it? Tape is always what? The scale is a straight one, right? Okay, yeah. Distance. This is called displacement, something. Okay, or else if you are point A, point B, point C, displacement A to C. This is the 90-degree means we have to apply what? Understood? Okay, so displacement, Pythagoras, they are all directions and distance, isn't it? If you are coming in this direction, if you are taking a right turn, what is the angle you made, madam? That's what? Okay, bantal allene. Okay, Pythagoras. That's what? Right turns, left turns are what? 90-degree turns. So limbs and your facing are always 90-degree to each other. If you take a right turn, what is the angle I made here? If I am going in this way, 90-degree. 90-degree ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲ Pythagoras ಬರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. Okay, understood? Yeah, that is how you understand the concepts there. Okay, next is calendar. More of a logical, see, he has asked something like this. If today is Monday, after 10 par 10 days, what day? If today is Monday, after 7 days, what day? Monday. After 14 days, what day? After 21 days, what day? Hege, how? 7, 7, 7. Means if you are dividing by 7, remainder is 0. Means it has to be same day, madam. Then I have to divide this also by 7. I have to use the remainder theorem. Where we learn the remainder theorem? Number system calendar apply agutte. So it's not a, see, there is no clear cut distinction between the reasoning and the quant part. Okay, you have to learn the whole syllabus. Remember, okay, even the toppers, most of them, they'll talk only about what? Syllabus, syllabus, syllabus. This exam is completion of syllabus and revising the same, okay, n number of times. Okay, calendar, clocks. Syllogism, can say this is a non-verbal method we'll take. Alpha numericals, coding, decoding, they are one and the same. Okay, form of question will be different. Clocks, puzzles and seating, equality and inequality, Seating arrangement. Okay, lengthy data he'll give you. 12 people are sitting around a circular table, or 8 people sitting around a circular table. A is third to the right of B, B is fourth to the left of C and all. What else, Leah? What else we have left out? What? ಹೇಳಿ ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಮೇಡಮ್? ಇನ್ನೇನ್ರಿ ಇದೆ? That's it, I guess. Okay, or else some more smaller topics will be there meanwhile. Okay, I'll be doing something like machine input, output and all. Okay, meanwhile when you find time, half an hour, 1 hour, we'll be doing completing. Or else figural based questions, how find the number of triangles in this figure, embedded figure. Okay, nowadays he's not asking at all these kind of questions, but still whenever we find extra time, we'll do all these kind of questions for. Okay sir, how many triangles are there here? Embedded ಒಳಗೂ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. 5, 8, 9. 10. He says 10. Everything will be given in the option, right? 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh? It's 10 there. See, if you have smaller partition like this, it's n into n plus 1 by 2 you do, you'll get it. Okay, where n value is equal to 4. So, we'll be doing these kind of things. Okay, don't worry. How many squares are there here? Rectangles are there here? Okay, something like this kind of question. We'll be doing that also, figural based questions, and also some of the data sufficiency based questions. See, data sufficiency is not an actual topic. Okay, in everywhere you can ask for a data sufficiency. Okay, so this kind of questions also we'll be doing, data sufficiency based question. So basically this course and this batch is targeted towards 2025 prelims. Okay, madam. Okay. So how many of you are from humanities background? Humanities, arts. Arts. You idira? Okay. See, when we were choosing the streams and all, the basic criteria for choosing the 3 different streams, one was, okay, basically maths and science, isn't it? Okay, at the 10th stage, if your score are good in maths and science, we'll take for, obviously. Okay, I'm saying my example in there. Okay, ನಾನು generalize ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ madam, ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. Okay, and also see, if you have a moderate marks, then you would have taken commerce, or else if you have less score, then you would have taken arts. And some of them, they just want to get evade from the maths, especially maths. Okay, hence the route is taking arts, humanities. These are the one. Or else if you take 100 students from arts background, 90 of them have chosen only arts because to evade the maths, and 10, yeah, definitely, okay, they have scored good in maths, but they are intended to do the, they have that much of maturity at that point of time only to get into the civil service and all. Okay, ನೀವೇನಕ್ಕೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರಿ? ನೋಡಿ ಅದು ಒಂದು ರೀಸನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾ ನೋಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಯಾ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರೀಸನ್ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹಳ್ಳಿಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇದಾವೆ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವೆರಿ ಫೈನ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್. ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾರು ಇದ್ದೀರೇನ್ರಪ್ಪ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ನವರು? ನನ್ understood? Okay, here and there I think I have left 1 or 2 topics. Okay, we'll fill it on. Okay, don't worry. And come to the third section there. Okay, what is the third section, man? Reading comprehension. Okay, very good. RC. Reading comprehension. What do you mean by that terminology, reading comprehension? Reading a passage. Not necessarily it has to be a passage, it can be one single statement also. Statement, assumption. Oh. See, look here guys, comprehension is something which is understanding, okay. Now, understanding in the real time means whenever you are reading that particular point of time, if you are able to understand, okay, then I can say you can able to comprehend the things which you have read. Okay, how many of you are exposed to diverse reading habits apart from your NCERTs, apart from your prescribed books, apart from your newspaper and magazines which are different, okay, books, you guys, okay, why? Others, why not? The basic reason, see, if you open a book now, one thing, you don't have an interest, and sometimes we don't comprehend also, we don't understand those things also, okay. You try for first 5-6 pages, you never going to understand any of those, okay. Now see, many of them they say for the comprehension you require only 2 things, which is NCERT anyway you will be reading, and also newspaper also anyway you will be reading. So the passages, most of the passages will be something like those only, okay. But my suggestion is to go for a diverse reading habit, cultivate the interest, okay, whatever the field it might be, okay, whatever the interest you have, pick a book from that field, okay, and also try to understand the things there, okay. Many of them they will recommend these things, okay, even the Vinay sir, many of the cases he will recommend these kinds. Why? Because it's not about only qualifying a particular section or else getting marks in a particular section here like RC. This will help you even in your this also, okay. This whole exam UPSC, what they are searching for? A person who is having a strong personality, okay. How come? What are the main characteristic of a strong personality? Or else, see, what is the main thing you require to get qualify this exam? Hi. Yeah, man. One main thing, main ingredient which is required to get qualify this exam, honesty, okay. Desire. ಹೇಳು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳು, ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀಯಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೇಳು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾರೊಂದು. ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಂತ, ಓಕೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್. A person who is good at solving the problems can qualify this exam. I'm asking, what is the main characteristic which is required or else main ingredient required to get qualify this exam? See, what is the major challenging thing about this competitive exam, UPSC especially? Main thing is vast syllabus, okay, very vast syllabus, and also this is competitive in nature, means other scores also reflect on your score. If you have got 150 this time, you might qualify. Next time, same 150 might not be sufficient, okay, or else if he scores more than you 3 marks, then he might qualify, you might not. Okay, every year the same thing happens. It's a competition, isn't it? Those are the 2 things, isn't it? Okay. Now see, if you in a competition, if you even a 1 mark or else a 1 run also matters a lot at the end, right? Isn't it? A misfielding can lose a match, can lose a tournament, can lose a World Cup, isn't it? What if Surya Kumar Yadav has dropped that catch? Rohit Sharma has never would have won the World Cup, okay, in his career, isn't it or not? What if the Miller has hit it another 1 meter long, 1 feet long, I guess, 1 meter better, 1 feet, Okay, the history would have been different, isn't it? Yeah, that's how. In the highest level of competition, everything matters, guys. So the ingredient which is most necessary to qualify this exam is none. There is no one such ingredient. Okay, this I have learned from one of the movie, which is Kung Fu Panda. Have you heard of it? Kung Fu Panda, kelidira? Okay, the panda always, okay, go to the Shifu for asking for a secret ingredient to prepare the soup. It never gets it. Okay, Shifu always recommend it to do it. Try it again. Try it again. It's not a perfect one. At some point, it gets that ingredient. So by trying those many times, by doing mistakes, by learning on your own, okay, by working on your mistakes, okay, I can get you whoever the topper who has got this one this time, the first ranker. Okay, each and every notes it's available. Okay, we can get it for you. Can you get qualified? He is the topper. He has qualified because he has worked on it, isn't it? His effort has led him to that result. Okay, do not rely on only any one book or any one class notes or else anybody's words for that matter and all. That might motivate or help you some point, but you develop your own style. Okay, that is required here. That is a personality. How well you cultivate one. Okay, that's what required. That will be reflected everywhere. Okay, how well you can think, not when you are taking a decisions and all. That even in the prelim stage, in the mock stage only you will get to know why you have made that many mistakes. If you are making this many mistakes here, definitely in administration also same thing will happen. You know, psychological factor is one of the most important factor in forming prelims questions and also essay based questions, ethics questions and all. Okay, they will push you to make mistakes, lot many. Okay, that is how the questions will be, or else everybody could have been qualified. Okay, see, basically sometimes I hear these things lot of in my subject especially. Maths is difficult for me. Okay, every other subject I can understand. Yes, madam. If that is the case for most of them, then everybody has to qualify GS. Is it happening? No, we are reading. Okay, we are just writing. We are attending the class. We are listening to the lectures. We are writing notes. But are we preparing for an exam? That is a different thing there. Okay, that's a different thing. In the exam, you will be asked the questions with 4 options and all. Okay, that simulation you should get in each and every days of preparation. Okay, how to use this one, how not to use this one, how to avoid this one. Okay, this comes through only and only patience and practice, madam. Okay, so there is no secret ingredient. You have to wait for your turn and you keep on doing it without any expectations. Okay, pass aglila bejara, pass adra kushina. See, if you get qualified today, okay, you might get what? See, even northeastern states also. Will you be happy? I don't know. Okay, qualify ಆಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನಾ ಅಥವಾ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರೋದು ದುಃಖನಾ? What do you do then? Okay, let's say you got an IAS. End of it. Okay, you cannot improvise it again. You can't write an exam. So, yangappa amele. So it's not about that. You must be genuinely, okay, genuinely means it must show in each and every of your action in everyday life. That is the personality. Not for the sake of qualifying an exam or else putting yourself in a better position. That's not this case. Okay, see, civil servants are doing some almost 12 hours of work every day. Okay, Narayan Murthy told how many hours? 10 hours per day, na? 80 per week, almost 12 hours, na? Okay, see, yeah, knowingly, unknowingly, these people are doing more than that. Not for an, see, exaggerated salary also. What they'll get around 1 lakh. In corporate, they might pay you on 1 crore also, might be, okay, package. See, this is a totally different thing. Okay, that's what personality, madam. How you handle the things. Okay, when you are handling these situations, you might lose some also. You might lose your patience. You might lose your precious years. Okay, you might lose your time being with your families. Okay, your dearest ones. Everything. After that, how you can handle everybody? Okay, family life, personal life, and also your career also. This matters, isn't it? So qualifying, only thing there stops? No. So it takes lot and lot of effort to build your personality. Okay, helps a lot. So who will help you to qualify? I'll tell you. Okay, starting from the Vinay sir, your faculties, your mentors, your evaluators. Okay, a person who is communicating with you, he might be writing this third mains or fourth mains, who has an interview or else has given already a 2 interviews. Okay, who is also a fresher like you guys are sitting in your batches. All this will help you to qualify the exam. Getting? Okay. So staying with only the bunch of freshers doesn't help much. Okay, you have to have a team, not a gang. Okay, team of all this. Okay, then only you can have a positive result, madam. One or the other way, they can shape your personality. Getting? But most of them, they don't have a team there. Okay, or else if you have a team also of very basic beginners always, isn't it? Okay, come out of it. You will find everybody here only. Okay, ನೀವು ನೋಡೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಂತ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದಾರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ, ನೀವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ? ಓಕೆ, ದಿನ ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, 7 to 8 years. Okay, more than we do here, they are living here without qualifying a single prelims also. I've seen. Okay, major mistake. Major mistakes they will be doing, and they are conducting each and every time thinking that one day it might happen on its own. Okay, don't have that feeling. So work on your going forward rather than go backwards, and work on your weak areas. Okay, that's what. So rather than moving those 5 points, you go come backwards. Okay, every time you get to know. So this is the theoretical part, philosophical part of this exam. Okay, superficially you might understand this one, or else the time. Okay, give time, you'll get it, everything. Any doubts? How many of your 2026 batch? You guys. Okay, ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದ್ರಪ್ಪ? 2025 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರು ನೀವು? Okay. Without wasting the time, let's get into the work. Okay, put us a bidding. It's a system, you know, of numbers. Okay, we are ಯಾವ್ದು ಹಿಂದಿಂದ ಹಂಗಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ? ಯಾವ್ದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು? ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ಓಕೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು. ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ RCಲಿ 28 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಈಗ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ರೀಸನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, 15, 20 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಈಗ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಯ್ತು. ರೀಸನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 15 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ 15 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನಿದಾವಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಹೋದ್ ಸರಿ ಕೇಳಿರೋದನ್ನ ಈ ಸರಿ ಕೇಳದೇನೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಮುಂದಿನ ಸರಿ 4 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಅದರಿಂದನೇ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಅದು ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ RC ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಮುಂಚೆ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್? ಮತ್ತಿರ್ರಿ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲೋ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರೇನೋ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಈಗ ನಾನು. ಮತ್ತಿರಿ, ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಒಂಚೂರು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಳವಾಗೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಕೇಳಿ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ, ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಓದಿದ್ ನೀವು? ಆ ಥರನೂ ಒಂದು ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಇದೆಯೇನ್ರಿ? ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಮು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದವರು. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಂಗೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಾ? ಈಸಿಯಾ? ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಸರಿನಾ? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸಿಕ್ತಾ? ಈಗ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತಿದ್ನಾ? ಓಕೆ, see, in some of the systems we'll use only 0 and 1. What is this kind of number system called? Only 2. Okay, which is binary. In some of them we'll use only 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many digits? 6. What do you call this system as? This is this is hexa number system. Okay. If I use 0 to 7, what do you call this as? Into the 8, octa. Whatever in our daily life, the system we are using is having 10 digits. What do you call 10 digits? That's what. Actually, the number system we are going to do is nothing but decimal number system, which is having 0 to 9. Okay, sir, in a decimal number system. This decimal number system is a very complex system, okay, having many numbers. Complex numbers. These complex numbers, they are broadly classified as real numbers. Complex, see, complex means what? Involves many things, okay, complex system. Complex means involves many things, okay. Some are what? Real. If it is not real, unreal, which is imaginary, madam. Just in our imagination it will be imaginary numbers. Okay. These imaginary numbers are represented using I, where I is called iota, and which is in the form of square root of -1, or else if I square on both the sides, it will be equal to -1. Iota, lota, iota, ಏನಾದ್ರು ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೇನು ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ, ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ. Okay. Real numbers are the numbers which are from -infinity to +infinity. Comes everything. Okay. Infinity means it's not an undefined number. It's not an undefined number. A number which is countless. Okay. Minus or plus, it's expanding, right? Okay. Number system. I square is equal to -1. So, if I write 3, okay, comes between -infinity to +infinity. Yes, sir. ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವೇನಪ್ಪ ಇದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯೆನೆ ರಿಯಲ್, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಸೇ 1? Okay. -5. Yes. Okay. 1.234. 1.234. Yes, sir. Is it here only? Okay. Somewhere you will get it here. 5/2. Yes. 4/7/9. Something like this. Okay. These are all what? Real numbers. Understood, sir? Okay. I'll take one real number. 4. Okay. I'll multiply this by an imaginary number. What it becomes? 4i. What kind of number is this one? Imaginary number. Okay. Something imaginary, when I multiply with real, the product also becomes what? Imaginary. So, a real number into imaginary will be what? Imaginary number. Any number, real number, which you multiply with an imaginary. Okay, sir. So, this is an imaginary number, can I say? 4i. Okay. Now, I am adding a real number here. This is a real number. This is a imaginary number. Okay. The combination of real and imaginary. This is real. This is imaginary. If I combine these two, I should get what? Complex. Write down. The combination of real and imaginary. is a complex number. Okay, sir. Let's say a plus ib is imaginary. Then a minus ib is the conjugate of the complex number. It's called the conjugate. Conjugate. If a plus ib, then a minus ib. 3 plus 4i. What is the conjugate of 3 plus 4i? 3 minus 4i. Okay, madam? ಇದು ಬರೆಯೋದು ಓದೋದು ಅಲ್ಲ ಕಲಿಯೋದು. Okay? 3 plus 4i and 3 minus 4i. ಇದು ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ? a plus b into a minus b. What is a plus b into a minus b? a square minus b square. Okay? 3 into 3 is 9 minus of 4 into 4 16 I into I square. Okay? 9 minus 16 into, what is the value of I square? Value of I square is minus 1. Can I write minus 1? So 9 minus of minus, which is plus 16, which is equal to what? 25. 25 is what kind of number? Real or imaginary? Real number. Real number. So can I write an imaginary into its conjugate is equal to what? Real. Okay? An imaginary number and its conjugate, the product is equal to what? Real in nature. Baribeku. Don't take photos. Come on. You have to write. See, solving only some PYQ 2, 3, okay, here and there, solving only basic level question doesn't help you. Understand the theory. Okay. I can change these numbers, examples in a different way, right? But theory remains same always. Okay. This you have to learn. Real numbers are broadly classified as decimals and integers. Decimals, some of the decimals are repeating, or else you can say recurring, and can be terminated. Okay, madam? They can be terminated also. For example, see, 10 by 2 is equal to what, man? Actually, in decimal number system, it is 5.0000 recurring. In a generic way, we write it as only 5. Okay. What is 10 by 3? 3.3333333333, which you can write it as what? 3.3, a bar on its head. Can I terminate here like this? Very good. Okay. 3.3. And these numbers whatever you are seeing here, which are repeating and can be terminated, can also be represented in the form of, they can be represented in the form of P by Q, where Q not equal to 0. Q not equal to 0. Now, what is 0 by 10? What is 0 by 10? What is 0 by 10, madam? Or else what is 10 by 0? Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಮರ್ತೋಗಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟು. 15 by 3 is what? What is it? 5. Means 15 you can divide it into 3 equal parts. Each will get 5, 5. Or else if you take back that 5 rupees from each and everybody, okay, can I get back this 15? That is 3 into 5, 15. What is it? Okay. 20 by 4 is equal to what? 5, or else 4 into 5 is 20, madam. Okay. Now, 0 rupees is there. Can I divide this into 10 parts? Each will get what? Each will get what? 0. Okay. Each will get what here? 0. Okay. 0 by 10 is 0, or else if I take that 0, 10 into 0 is what? 0. Now, 10 by 0 is equal to what? Okay. If 10 people are there, if I am dividing 0 rupees among them, okay, it's not about division only, right? Meaning, you are getting such a big number here, okay, when you multiply 0 with this big number, you should get back what here? 10. Okay, you multiply with this big number, okay, and you will get back this 10. And math says, I don't have any definition about it. Hence, what is that number? Undefined. Okay, so this is possible, this is not. So P by Q, where Q not equal to 0. Any number which is in the form of P by Q, Q not equal to 0 is called what kind of numbers? Rational numbers. What are rational numbers? Rational numbers are the decimals, basically they are. What kind of decimals? They are repeating but can be terminating kind of decimals. And these kind of decimals can be represented in the form of P by Q, where Q not equal to 0. Okay, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Rational numbers. ಬರೀಬೇಕು rational numbers. See, whatever required to your understanding and revision, okay, write down everything. See, some are non-repeating and can't be terminated. Square root of 2, square root of 3, okay. What is the value of pi? 3.142 something here. You say 22 by 7, madam. Which two should I take? 3.142 or 22 by 7? Both are same, is it? Okay. Wait. Afterwards, copy down here. If you draw a circle here, okay, this is the diameter and this is called the circumference. Okay, sir. Okay. This is diameter, this is circumference. Okay. 2 pi r is equal to what? Circumference of the circle. Okay. So pi is equal to c by 2r, where c is the circumference and 2r is equal to what? This is r and this is r. So r plus r will be diameter. So pi is nothing but what? Ratio of circumference to the diameter. And what is the value of pi? 22 by 7. Okay. always for a circle when you draw, the circumference will be 22 units and d will be of 7 units. Meaning if I take this as 22 centimeters, this has to be, if I take 220, this becomes 70. If I take 2200, this becomes 700 ratio. Okay, isn't it, madam? Now, if I take this as 2200 billion kilometers, will it be exactly 700 billion kilometers will I get? If I broaden this one, okay, this is 2200 billion kilometers. Okay, without any error, is it possible to get 700 billion kilometers exactly? Not even a single inch of error? No. Okay, for an geometrical purpose, okay, for our geometrical purpose, geometry andre compass ka hoditi valapa, okay, for that purpose, we have taken into consideration what? 22 by 7. But its approximated value is equal to what? 3.142 only. Okay, 3.142. So pi is what? 3.142 and pi, okay, it's a non-repeating and can't be terminated kind of decimal, and these kind of decimals are called what? Irrational numbers. So pi is a what kind of number? Rational, irrational? Irrational number, pi. Okay, sir. Now tell me, 22 by 7 is what kind of number? What kind of number? Rational, irrational, I am asking. This is in the form of what? P by Q. Any number which is in the form of P by Q where Q not equal to 0 has to be what here? Rational number. Right, sir? Zero, what kind of number? 0. How? 0 can be represented in the form of, can I write this as 0 by 10, 0 by 1, 0 by x? Okay, can I write it in this way? Any number which is in the form of P by Q where Q not equal to 0 are called what? Rational number. 0 is a rational number. So these pictures has to come in mind. If he mentions using the rational or irrational, okay, these words in your question, okay, this category you have to understand here. If I write this bar on 5, 5 is repeated. Example 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. If I write 4 and 5 bar, that has to be 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Similarly, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. You'll note back, madam. Amel bari 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. ಏನು ಮೀಸೆ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವ ಈಗ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗೋದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ CSAT ಕಷ್ಟ ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಓಕೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಕಲೀರಿ ಇಂದ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಟೈಮ್ ಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ which of these is greatest one, largest one? Which among the following is the largest one? First one. First one, If I remove the bars here, this is 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. This will be what? 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. This will be 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. This will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Which one is the greatest one? First one. Okay. Write down an example. He might ask you these kind of questions. So these are all what kind of numbers? Rational, irrational? Rational. I have terminated them, right? Rational numbers. So understood? Rational, irrational, and their exceptions there. Examples. Okay. Shall I move this, sir? One kind of real number is integers and decimal. Decimal we have taken. Okay. Integers. Positive integers, negative integers. Positive integers 1, 2, 3, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus infinity. This one minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus infinity. Are we missing something? 0. Where should I put 0? Positive or negative? Neutral? Okay. Is it an integer? Yes. 0. Many books mention they are neither positive nor negative. Or else you can say this also has neutral integer. Okay, sir. The set of all positive integers are called what? Yeah, natural numbers. The set of all positive integers are called natural numbers. The set of all positive integers including 0 is called? This superset is which is the 100th whole number. Which is the 100th whole number? Swabhavika Purna. 100th whole number is 99. Okay. First 100 whole numbers means the first whole number is 0. Okay. 100th whole number is 99. First 100 natural numbers means 1 to 100. Okay. Read the question properly. Okay. Given statements, keywords, everything cautiously in the exam. Okay. Integers are again based on their divisibility can be classified as even integer and even and odd. What are even? Which are divisible by 2. Which are divisible by 2. These are not divisible by 2. Okay, sir. Give me an example of an even integer. 2, is it possible, man? 4, 6, etc. etc. Minus 2. Yes, sir. Meaning, can you divide this into 2 equal parts? Means 2 rupees is there. Can I divide it among 2 equal parts among 2 people? Yes, 1 rupee, 1 rupee. 4 rupee, 2 rupee, 2 rupee. 6 is there? 3, 3. Okay. When you are earning the profit, you shared it in the equal ratio 1:1, 1 and 1. Okay. When you are losing it, -2. Okay, loss ಆಯ್ತು ಈಗ, ಲಾಸ್ ಹಂಚ್ಕೋಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? Okay, how do you lose it? How do you share it? -1 and -1. Okay, then also you can share equally, right? So these are all even integers. Okay, positive, negative doesn't make any difference. Similarly, odd, one, 3. Okay, something is missed here. Yen madana madam? 0, even. Okay, look here now. Two, is it divisible by 2? Hence it is even. Okay, 3, is it divisible by 2? You will be, see, if you try to divide 3 by 2, you will get what? 1.5. Is it an integer or decimal? Decimal. Integers classification we are doing. Okay, so 2, 3 is not divisible, right? 4 divisible? Yes. 6 divisible? If 6 is divisible, next number is not getting divided, after that number is getting divided. So for every 2 numbers, one has to get divided. Okay, that is the divisibility rule of 2. 2 divide ಆದರೆ next 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ ಮೇಡಮ್? ಓಕೆ, if 8, then before it was 6, before it was 4, before it was 2, before, will it be -2? What is the difference, madam? 4. There must be something here, right? Okay, that was unknown. Okay, man made this integer as what? For his reference, 0. Okay, 0 is also what? Divisible by 2. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಕತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಣ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದಿತ್ತು ನೋಡಿ, 4, 2, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ -2 ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಮಧ್ಯ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಏನಿರ್ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ? 0. ಅದು 2ರಿಂದ ಭಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತಾನೆ. Is it possible? Yes, madam. 2 by 0 is not possible. Okay, 0 is divisible by any number, but 0 cannot divide any number. Okay, 0 ನ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ ಭಾಗಿಸಬಹುದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು. Okay, 0 ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಭಾಗಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So 0 by 2 is possible. Understood? 0 is divisible by any number. Okay, even 2 also. So 0 is what here? Even integer. 0 is an even number, even integer. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, even plus even is equal to what? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಎರಡು ಸಮಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? even. Okay, odd plus odd. Odd plus even. This case you will get odd. Let's assume 0 as odd. Okay, let's assume 0 as odd. This property has to prove, right? Give me an even number, man. 4. Give me another even number. Can I take it as -4? These are two different even numbers. +4, -4. If I sum this one, becomes what? 0. I am getting 0 as what? Even. But I have assumed 0 as what? So this property fails to prove 0 is odd. Okay, 0 even ಬರ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗೆ odd. Okay, can I take 3 as odd? -3 as odd is equal to what? 0. 0 we have assumed as odd, but we are getting it as even. So this property also fails that 0 is odd. Okay, since 0 is odd, I take 0. Even is 4. 0 plus 4 is what? 4. 4, is it even or odd? Odd. 4 is even, but this has to be odd, right? Okay, so this property also fails that 0 is odd. So 0 odd ಅಲ್ಲ. So ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು? Even. ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ 0 ಆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 0 ಆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ? 0. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು? ಝೀರೋ. ಝೀರೋ, 0 ಒಂದು ಸಮಸಂಖ್ಯೆ. ಓಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಕಷ್ಟನಾ ಇದು ಕಲಿಯಕ್ಕೆ? ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಯಾರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ? ಓಕೆ, ಹೋಣ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ. Positive integers. Okay, they are classified as prime and composite. What are prime numbers? Which are only itself, one and itself, madam. One can divide any number, right? So can I write this as a number is having only and only two factors are called prime numbers. Howda? Factors means divisors. What are those two factors? One and itself. Okay. For example, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 9 is a prime number. No, why not? 3 ಇಂದ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? Okay. Which is the smallest prime number? Which is the smallest prime number? 1 na? 1 or 2 na? 1. Okay, 1 is divisible by 1 and itself. 1 andre hode, itself andre hode alva? How many factors it must have? Only and only 2, meaning no more, no less. So 1 is having how many factors? Only one factor. Eno? 1 a. Okay, it must have 2 factors alva. Okay. 2. What are the factors? 1 and 2. So which is the smallest prime number? Hanga O anta barbeku, artha agutte ivaga. So 1 is not a prime number because it's having only one factor. Which is the largest even prime number, madam? Largest even prime number. The largest even prime number. If you keep on going, which is the largest even prime number you will be getting? This is the largest, smallest and only even prime number. Only even prime. What are composite numbers? Composite numbers means the factors which involves the prime, those two means 1 and itself. Along with this, the remaining factors also composite anta kariತೀವಿ. Yeah, having more than, what are those two factors? More than 2 factors. Anyway, 1 and itself will be there. More than 2 factors. Apart from that, more than 2 factors. Okay. We are missing something. 1, it can't be. A prime. Can I call this as a composite number? 1. When can I call it as a composite number? No. Why not when? It needs more than 2 factors. Okay. So I cannot put it under the category of prime, neither the composite. So what should I call it as? Neither a prime. Yeah, neither a prime. Neither having 2 not more than 2 also, nor composite number. 1. We are missing one more here. 0. Illa hakli madam, 0. Why not? 0. Is it a positive integer? Yes sir, 0 positive integer. 0 is even anta prove madiddu. Positive alla, confuse agbedi. Okay. This is a classification of positive integers, but 0 is not a positive integer. Okay sir, take down. Okay, 0 doesn't comes under the classification of positive integers. Shall I move this? Copied? Okay. See, there are some types of prime numbers are there. Co-prime numbers, twin prime numbers. Okay, not actually the classification of prime numbers, their name, co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers are the pair of numbers whose HCF is equal to 1. Whose HCF is equal to 1, madam. Okay, they are what? A pair of, they are just numbers, any number that for that matter. A pair means 2 numbers. Okay, and their HCF has to be what? Means, HCF means the highest number which can divide those 2 numbers has to be 1. ಒಂದರಿಂದನೇ ಭಾಗ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಿಂದ ಆಗಬಾರದು. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ತರ ಎರಡು ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. 5. Very good. 5 and 7, can I consider this pair as a co-prime number? Yes, of course. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳಿ. 4 and 11 ಅಂತ ಬರೀಲ್ಲ, ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? Can I consider this as a co-prime number? No, ಯಾಕೆ? 4 is not a prime, ಅದಕ್ಕ. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿರಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಿನ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್, ಎನಿ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್. It has to be a pair, 2 numbers, and their HCF has to be what? 1. Not necessarily both has to be a prime number. Understood? ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಪ್ರೈಮ್, ಆಗಿದನು ಇರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಎರಡರ HCF, ಓಕೆ, ಮಾಸ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. Okay. So this also can be 4 and 11 is also a valid example for co-prime numbers. Okay. Can I say 5 and 6, madam? Yes, sir. 9 and 10, 99 and 100. What are the HCF of all these 2 consecutive numbers? The HCF of 5 and 6 is what? 1. Divide madak jagane ilvalla, onde iradilli, isn't it? The HCF of 9 and 10 is 1. 99 and 100 is 1. So the HCF of 2 consecutive numbers is always what? 1. Okay. Twin prime numbers, twin means there has to be 2, are the pair of numbers, pair of prime numbers in this case, whose difference is equal to 2, are the pair of prime numbers whose difference is equal to 2. Okay, sir. There are the pair of prime numbers they have to be. For example, 3, 5, amele 5, 7, 11 and 13. So on, so on, so on, so on, so on. Okay. Very few cases you will get pair of numbers. Idu pair of prime numbers. Eradu prime ಆಗಿರು. And their difference has to be what? 2. That's called twin prime numbers. More than this is very important, co-prime numbers. Huh? ಏನು ಡೌಟು? ಇರ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕೋ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಟ್ವಿನ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಬರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಣ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, see this also can be called as relative prime numbers. Remember the name. Relative prime. What are relative prime? Co-prime numbers only. Okay. X plus y is equal to 10, where x and y are relative prime or co-prime numbers. How many such pair of numbers are there? X plus y is equal to 10, where x and y are relative prime. How many such pair are there? See, questions will be dynamic. Okay, likewise. Any unforeseen question? ಇದನ್ನ ಹೀಗೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಯಾ, ವೇರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೈ ಆರ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್. ಯಾ, ಹೇಳಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಯು ನೋ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್, ರೈಟ್? ದೀಸ್ ಟೂ, ಓಕೆ, ದೇರ್ ಸಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ 10 and their HCF has to be 1. Okay, ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ಏನೇನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 10 ಬರುತ್ತೆ? You go in organized way. Okay, yeah, in an increasing or decreasing order. 1 and 9 can I say, madam? 2 and 8, sum is 10 I am taking. Okay, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, 5 and 5. Can I change the order here again? 9 and 1. If this is a pair 1 and 9, is this becomes a different pair? ಇವರಿಬ್ರು ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿರಿ, ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಜೋಡಿ, ಅದೇ ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ತಾನೆ. Okay, so if this is a pair, this can't be a pair. Okay, remember this one. Okay, it can't be a pair because x plus y you can change this value anywhere, it will be same only, sum. Now 1 and 9, are they co-prime? Andre avugala HCF, their HCF is it 1? 1 and 9, yes. 2 and 8, is their HCF 1? 2. The highest number which can divide 2 and 8 is 2, not 1. Hence, it doesn't comes under the category of co-prime. 3 and 7, co-prime? Yes. 4 and 6? No. 5 and 5? Co-prime numbers are the pair of numbers. You pair 5 and 5? Homogeneous number alva wo. Okay. So, it is 1 and 9, 3 and 7. Totally 2 such pairs are there. Okay. Question can also be this simple, madam. Athwa idane ಎರಡು statement ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು. Okay, which of the following is true? Statement 1 only, statement 2 only, both, none, neither 1 nor 2. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು ತಾನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಇದೊಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ವಾ? ಆಯ್ತು, ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ಬರೀರಿ, ಪೇಪರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪೆನ್ ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇಸ್ಟ್ರು ಬಹಳ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, isn't it? Okay. They are prime numbers here. X, x plus 2, x plus 4. They are the prime numbers. Okay. How many values of x are there? How many possible values of x exist? Yeah, try guys, come on. See, class has to be interactive. Come on, you ask questions, doubts. Okay, similarly, I will also ask you exceptions, examples. You think over it. You kalibeku intention. It's not about I writing on the board, okay, writing the same thing. You can buy a book then. See, all the prime numbers has to be positive integers. So x also has to be a positive integer, madam. X ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ that has to be a prime number. Three such pair of numbers are there. Three pairs ಅಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೂರನ ಪೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. Okay, it's a triplet if you can say. I'm saying at the place of x, same x, so x plus 2 and x plus 4 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ x ಅದು. Okay, how many such x value exist? Only one such. Huh? Two such values of x exist. What are those, madam? 1 and 3. Okay, if I put 1 here, this becomes 3, this is 1 plus 2, this is 1 plus 4. Another one is 3, 3 plus 2 and 3 plus 4. Okay. Oh. Okay, na? So this doesn't becomes a valid one because 1 is not a prime number. This one 3, 5 and 7 possible? Yes. See, this is the only case in which in 3 consecutive prime numbers having a common difference of 2. Okay. If he says 3 consecutive prime numbers having a difference of 2, so he is be referring to 3, 5, 7 only. Okay, this is the only case which exists here. Okay, many such questions can be formed. Okay, statements can differ. So that is an obvious mistake that happens. One gavudutte alvenri yen doubt keli yavrri nimdu ಕೊಪ್ಪಳ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು ನಾವು ಈಗ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ನೀವು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ, ಡೌಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಡೌಟು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಲಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ. Shall I move this? Okay. Take down. How many prime numbers are there from 1 to 100? How many prime numbers are there from 1 to 100? Come on, we require this for many questions. Now, how many prime numbers are there from 1 to 100? 1 to 50 madi hogli. Okay, come on. From 1 to 50 you do it. 1 to 50, how many prime numbers? ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ತಮ್ಮ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ಕು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಕಣ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? 1 ರಿಂದ 50ರವರೆಗೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವಿಭಾಜ್ಯ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ? 1 ರಿಂದ 50. 1 to 50 ಮಾಡಿ. Write it down. We require all those numbers also. ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೋ ಮಧ್ಯ ವಿಂಡೋ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ 20 ರಿಂದ 50 ಅಂತ ಬರೀಲೇಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸೂತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. $32. Sabash. 24. ಹಾ, 50ರವರೆಗೂ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. 1 ರಿಂದ 50ರವರೆಗೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವಿಭಾಜ್ಯ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ? 30 ಇದೆ. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವುದು? ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ತಪ್ಪಾದ್ರೆ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿ. ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ? ಈ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. 13. ಹೇಳಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. Yeah, go ahead, man. Recite it loudly. $15, or else write the fact. Afterwards, you can write it down. Okay. Afterwards, check the details. 1 to 50, 50, there are 15 in number. 15. Okay. Next, from 50 to 100, from 50 to 100 or between 50 to 100, 10. ಜಗಳಾಡ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, 1 ರಿಂದ 50 ಬರೀರಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. 1 ರಿಂದ 50 ಓಕೆ, 1 to 50 there are 15, 50 to 100 there are 10 prime numbers are there. 25, madam, totally 25. Totally from 1 to 100, 25. Okay, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. From 100 to 200, 21. From 100 to 200, 21. Find the value of 3x minus 4y where x is the highest 2-digit prime number and y is the number of prime numbers from 1 to 100. 1 to 100 or between 1 to 100, one and the same. ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್. ಏನು 190 ಬರುತ್ತಾ? 191. ಈಗ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಷನ್. ಅದು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕೀಗ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಷನ್. ನೀವು ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಓದಿ, ಆ ಓದುವ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥಗರ್ಭಿತವಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಮಾಡಿರೋದೇ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Yeah, what is the answer, guys? What I'm asking here, 3x minus 4y value. X is the highest 2-digit prime number. What is the highest 2-digit prime number? 97, So x value is what? 97. Y is the number of prime numbers. Andre avugala sankhye. Number of prime numbers from 1 to 100. How many are there? 25. So y value will be what? 25. So it becomes how much here? 291 minus. Aita? Okay. Madi. Ella kalitira. Okay, one more you take. Okay, madam, understood everyone? Any doubt, ask. Write down. How many 2-digit prime numbers? How many 2-digit prime numbers ಇದು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ. How many 2-digit prime numbers? How many 2-digit prime numbers on reversing their digits? On reversing their digits also becomes a prime number. On reversing their digits also becomes a prime number. Understood the question? For example, 13, 1, 3. If you reverse the digits, it becomes 31. And 31 is a prime number. On reversing their digits, 13. Both counts. Okay, 13 also, 31 also. Go ahead. How many such 2-digit prime numbers are there? Hello, madam, you are asking something. Six. As I told you, okay, 13 as well as 31, both are considered. Okay, 6 agadre. Okay, I'll give you, see, look here now, I'll give you a window. Think in this window. Hey, neen hogu amel ba. Okay, look here now. 2-digit, il nodi madam, il nodi. 23, is it a prime number? 23, is it a prime number? On reversing, it becomes 32 is a even number, right? Similarly, anything which starts from 4, when I reverse it ends with 4, becomes a even number, not possible. So anything which starts with 2, 4, 6 and 8, when you reverse it, it becomes a even number, definitely not possible. Okay, so the window lies where now? 11, okay, starts from 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 5 nodappa. 53 is a prime number, yes. On reversing, it becomes what? Divisible by 5. Hence, it's not a prime number. So 5 eliminate aitu. Remaining is starts from 1, 3, 7 and 9. Okay, 1 in the 11. On reversing the digits, it itself becomes 11. Only one case. 11. 17 possible, Okay, 13. Yes. Nanu helmartude. 13. 17 possible. 19, 19 on your reverse. 91. 91 prime eno. 17 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳು. 7 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳು. ಬೇಡ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ 13 ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರಲ್ಲ. 13 ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ಗಳದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. 13 into 7 is 91. Okay, 91 is not a prime, man. Okay, that mistake also. 91, 1 ಈ ತರದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. Then starting from 20 is not possible. 30 anyway, 13, 31. Then 37 is there. Okay, 39 no. Then madam 70 na, 73, 71 and 79, 97. So how many are there? 9. ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Okay, you work under the window there. These are the 9. See, many such questions can be formed using only prime numbers. ಇವತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅದನ್ನೇ prime numbers ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು. Come on, online students. See, maths is all about learning and application also. You have to try yourself, okay? Then only you can learn. It's not the reading part here. Getting? It's not a theory. Like your humanity subjects, okay? ಅದನ್ನು ಓದಿದ್ರು ಕಲಿಬಹುದು ಮೇಡಮ್, ಓಕೆ, ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ಗಳು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದು. Three prime numbers are there. When you add all those, sum has to be 50. What is the maximum possible value of x? You can go for a trial and error and solve this one if I give you a lot of time. Okay, you can take the bunch of numbers, you can go for a trial and error and all. Or else, look here now, work on the concept like this. X plus y plus z is equal to what? 50. Okay, sir. Let's consider all these are odd numbers. Odd plus odd will be equal to what? ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಅದು ಬಿಡ್ರಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಬುಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಆಡ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಡ್, ಎರಡು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ. 3 plus 5 8, 8 plus 3 11 is what? Odd. So odd plus odd has to be what? Odd. Okay, so can it be x odd, y odd, z also odd? Then the sum has to be odd, since we are getting even. Okay, since we are getting even, so there is a possibility of one has to be what here? An even number. Then only you will get here even, though they are primes. Okay, madam. Even x, y, z are prime numbers, where z is an even number. For example, let's say, yavudu madam, the only even prime number is what? 2. So one of the value has to be what here? 2. So can I write this? X plus y plus 2 is equal to 50. So x plus y value has to be equal to what? 48, madam. Okay, sum of two prime numbers has to be 48 equal to, okay, somewhere around 40 only it has to be. So can I take this as 41 and 7? 43 and 5, idu tagomboda? But what is he asking? Maximum possible value. What is it? 41 tagombittidra? Idu ide nodi, 43 and 5. Okay, here you can go for a manual one. Okay, here apply the concept, you will lessen your window there. See, we are getting questions on only this one, odd plus even, okay, even to the power of even, odd to the power of odd. Don't worry, each and everything will clear up, okay. Doubt is ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ನಾವು. See, don't worry if you get confused, okay, if you doubts and all, okay, that's good. See, look here, shall I move this? You understood the given statement? Okay, x plus y plus z has to be a prime number now. Okay, where x, y, z are also prime, but he has given a window. X is less than, y is less than, z is less than 13, means they are not same numbers. They are three different numbers which are less than 13 prime number. Heli madam, less than 13 prime numbers. 13 ಕಿಂತ ಕೆಳಗಿರಬೇಕು ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ಗಳು ಹೇಳಿ. 1 ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ರಿ, 2 ಇಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ. 2, 3, 5 ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 13 ಒಳಗಡೆ, 13 ಅಲ್ಲ. Okay, it's not less than or equal to, it is less than 13. So what are the possible numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11. Okay, so how many such possibilities exist? How many such cases or possibilities exist? Okay, he'll give you this kind of things in a statement. Statement 1, only 3 exist. Statement 2, none of them are, only 1 true, none. Something like this he'll bring. Go ahead. If you add all three, those kind of prime numbers, the result also should be prime. How many such cases are there, madam? ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ನ, ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಬಂದಿದೆಯಾ, ಒಂದೇ ಬಂದಿದೆಯಾ? ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಂದರೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. 2, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್, ಶ್ಯೂರ್? They are all distinct. X, Y, Z are distinct. That's why less than 13 ತಗೊಂಬೋದಾ ನೋಡಿ ನೀವೇ? ತಗೊಂಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದನ. ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 13 ಮೇಡಮ್, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಒಂದೇನಾ ನೋಡಿ, ಅವ್ರು 2 ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನ್ರಿ, 3 ಕೂಡಿದ್ರು ಅವಿಭಾಜ್ಯ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಆ 3 ಅವಿಭಾಜ್ಯ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯೇ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಆ 3 13ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ, ನಿಮ್ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ, ಯಾರು ಬೈತಿದಾರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೂಡ್ಸಿರ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವಿಭಾಜ್ಯ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಓದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, 13ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕೆಳಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. 3 ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ನೋ ಕೇಸಸ್. he says 1, she says 2, ಅವನು 2 ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕೇಳಿ, ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ KPSC ಅಥವಾ KE ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು 12ರಿಂದ 30 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ವರೆಗೂ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ, 30ಕ್ಕೆ 30 ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಕಮಾನ್, ಹ್ಞೂ ಮೇಡಮ್, KPSC KE ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಂತ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದೇ ನೋಡಣ್ರಿ, ಯಾವುದು ಒಂದದು? 11. Okay, 5, 7, 11. How much you are getting here? 23, right? Then 3, 5. Okay, 2 such cases. Any doubt till now? No? ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರಲ್ಲ, ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್, ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್, ವೈ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಝೆಡ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್. ಸಿ ಮ್ಯಾನ್, this will provide you everything. Okay, inside here there is already an answer which we are showing here. That's it. Okay, so question comes with what? Answer. Keep that in mind. Okay, if you are answering, then you are understanding the question properly. If not, you find the question properly again. Okay, majority of the students, they disqualify in CSAT because they don't understand the question only, because they are not used to this kind of aptitude language. Okay, this is how he'll ask you. Okay, hangagi odi. ಏನು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಏನಿಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ. ನಾವು write down this one. The irrational number between A and B is nth root of AB. Okay, madam. Understood the given statement? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಆಗ್ಬೇಕೀಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಓದಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಷನ್ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅವನಲ್ಲಿ 50 ಲೈನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದು ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿರೋದೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಈಗ. So if this is the case, then there are infinite number of irrational numbers between A and B. True or false question? Is this true or false? True? I don't know. Why? ಉತ್ತರ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಇಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್. Okay, what is the find? If I ask you, find an irrational number. ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ. Irrational number between 2 and 3. Give me an irrational number between 2 and 3. You know what is irrational, right? What is an irrational number? Yeah, of course. Okay, can't be repeated, can't be terminated. Okay, and also which can't be represented in the form of P by Q also ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Find an irrational number between 2 and 3. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಥಿಯರಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. N value can be here 1, 2, 3, any positive integer, right? N means any positive integer. Can I write this as square root of 2 into 3, which is square root of 6. Square root of 6 is something an irrational only, right? Decimal, which is non-terminating and non-repeating. Root 6 alva madam. Nan baradnalla root 2, root 3, root 5. Okay, root 5 and all. So square root of 6. Is it what? Then cube root of 6. 4th root of 6, 5th root of 6, 6th root of 6, 7th root of 6, anything. How many are there? Any number between 2 and 3. Between two numbers, you can take 2.1 into 3.1 and something. Anything you can do. Got it? So, infinite number of. Artha aithe no? That's correct, right? That's what I have written here. N value can be any positive integer there. Okay, madam. Okay. Shall I move this case, madam? Artha aita? The rational number between A and B is AK plus B by K plus 1, where K is equal to any positive integer. ಒಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಈಗ? It can be anything, madam. Find the rational number between 2 and 3. Okay, so A is 2, K, can I take it as 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1, which is nothing but 2 plus 3, 5. 5 by 2. Can I call this as a rational number? Yes, of course. 5 by 2 is in the form of what? P by Q. Understood? Okay, take down. So, how many rational numbers you can get from between A and B? How many rational numbers are there between A and B? How many rational numbers are there between A and B? Finite, infinite, only 2, can't be determined, none of these. What is it? Infinite. Any number of K is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 if you substitute. Okay, you will get infinite number of, write down, between two rational numbers. There are infinite number of rational numbers will be there. Right, madam? Okay. Now, statement number 1, true or false? You tell me true or false in all these cases. I'll ask you. Ready, sir? Huh? Yeah, between any two numbers. Of course it is. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥಿಯರಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ 1 2 3 4 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅದು. Listen now. Every rational number is an integer. Write down, true or false, tell me. Every rational number is an integer. Or else you write it in this way. Wait. Every integer is a rational number, you write. Okay. A small change, my mistake. Every integer is a rational number. Henge? ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ? ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಂಟಿಜರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರಾಷನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಟ್ರೂ ಆರ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್? ಯಾಕೆ? ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡಿ. Okay, every integer is a rational number, true or false? Every integer can be represented in the form of P by Q. Give an integer, any integer, positive, negative, odd, even, anything which can be represented in the form of what? 10. Can I represent this one in the form of 100 by 10? Okay, minus 5, can I write this as 25 by minus 25 by 5 like this? So every integer is what? A rational number. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಕೇಳಿರೋದು. Every integer is a rational number. Now, every integer is a rational number and vice versa. Every integer is a rational number and vice versa. Vice versa means every rational number is an integer. Is it so? Not every time. Okay, not every time, because what kind of number this one is? Decimal hai, rational number hai. Okay, isn't it rational or irrational? Can we represent in the form of P by Q? Okay, or else is this an integer? No, vice versa is wrong. Second part of the statement is wrong. What it, sir? Every integer is a rational number, but every rational number is not a integer. Not every rational number. Okay, few rational number maybe. Okay na sir? The sum of two irrational numbers must be irrational. The sum of two irrational numbers must be irrational. True? Must be? No exception? Anybody can give one exception? If you give one exception also, it becomes an invalid case, right? ನೋಡೋಣ ಒಂದು ಯಾರು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಹೋಗಿ 6ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ NCERT ತಗೊಂಡು √2 + √2 is √4 The sum of two irrational numbers must be irrational, he says. You can take an example here. Look here now, guys. √2 + √3, two different irrational numbers. So it has to be an irrational only. Okay, √2 you'll get some irrational plus some irrational. Okay, meaning see 1.4325 something irrational here you are getting. Okay, or else 2.16791 something like this. If you keep on adding this one, never ending only, right? So becomes what? Irrational. Okay, one example. √2, what kind of number? Rational, irrational? Irrational. Minus √2 is another irrational number. Two different irrational number. If I add these two, this becomes what? And 0 we have proved it as what? Rational or irrational? Madidri nodrappa, 0 is what? Rational or irrational? 0/10, 0/x, 0/5. What is it? Rational. So the statement becomes false. Okay, the statement becomes false. Getting? Okay, next one. Understood everyone? Eeg heli madam ನೀವು. The product of two irrational numbers. The product of two irrational numbers must be rational. Must be irrational. May be irrational. The product of two irrational numbers must be irrational. When you are multiplying two irrational numbers, okay, you got an idea, irrational. When you multiply two irrational numbers, 2 means two different irrational numbers. Okay, he is saying that every time you are getting an irrational only. Is it possible every time? See man, √2 into √3, both are irrational, you should get irrational only. Disprove ಮಾಡಿ madam, irrational bantala. √2 into minus √2. Okay, two different one. What is √2 into √2? √2 into √2. √4 is what here? 2. Minus 2. Minus 2, rational, irrational. Minus 20/10, rational, irrational. Rational, irrational. So this is a rational number, right? Okay, so the product of two irrational numbers, not necessarily always it has to be irrational, it can be rational also. So what is it? It becomes an invalid. Understood? ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಓದಿ. ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ನಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. 2 ಬಂತಲ್ಲ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರಾಷನಲ್, ರೈಟ್? ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇದೆ. Okay, your focus has to be on the question rather than solution. How many steps you require to solve any of the aptitude question? 1 step, max to max if you are dragging it to 2 steps, right? So if you are answering it in 1 or 2 steps, what is the most important thing there? To understand the given question. Question ಒಳಗಿರೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ತೆಗಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. Okay, because question comes with answer only. Okay. √2 madam, this is one. ಇದೇನಿದು -20/10 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? -2 ತಾನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ -2 ಮೈನಸ್ ಈ ರಾಷನಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ p/q ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? ಅದನ್ನ ತೋರಿಸಿದೀನಿ. Okay, any number which is in the form of P by Q is a, see, while I am explaining, you focus on here. Afterwards, I will give you time to copy down. Okay, you will miss most of the part, that's why. The product of two rational numbers, the product of two rational numbers, the product of two rational numbers may be irrational. Maybe I am saying. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇರೋ yes, no, true, false. The product of two rational numbers may be irrational. ಏನು ಹೂ ಅಂಟಾವ ಪುಷ್ಪ ಯಾ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆನ್ಸರಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬೇಡ ನನಗೆ, ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ CSAT ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇಂದಾನೆ ಹಾಳಾಗೋಗೋದು. ಹ್ಞೂ ಅಂತ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಈಗ PYQ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮಗೆ, 6ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಮೊದಲೀಗ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಶುರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 2 ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀರಾ? ಹಿಂಗಂತ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ಹೋಗೋರು, ಒಬ್ರು ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ನೆಪ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ. ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿನೇ ಓದ್ತಿದ್ರೆ CSAT ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾ ಮ್ಯಾನ್. See, let's say any number, give me the question, the statement says the product of two rational numbers may be, this is irrational. If you prove it, even given one example, okay, this has to be true, may be irrational, meaning some rational number 2 by 3, rational or not, any number P by Q, another 5 by 6, you'll get what here, 10 by 18, 10 by 18 what? This is also rational, okay, P by Q. A by B, rational, irrational? Rational. P by Q, rational, irrational? Rational. If I multiply these two, I should get what? AP by PQ, which is in the form of P by Q only. So, any two rational number, when you multiply, it has to be what? Rational only. So, maybe also, no. Busy? Got it, guys? So all are what? Invalid cases. He might give you 3. Takes how much? Okay, some 10 seconds to answer each and every statement. If you solve a difficult question of a combination or a permutation, also carries how many marks? 2.5. If you answer a question understanding the classification, also one philosophy ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ದು, each and every question carries 2.5 marks, because in our academics difficult question will be more marks, easier question will be ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವ್ರಿಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಆದರೆ ಕೆಲವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದವನು ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಕ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ವೇನೋ, ಬಿಡೋನು ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು. ಓಕೆ, shall we continue tomorrow? Okay guys, we have some more questions. Okay, ಯಾವುದು ಟೈಮು? 8:10. ಇನ್ನು ನಾಳೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ನಾಳೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. If you are interested, then the doors are always open. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ 2 ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ ಮಧ್ಯ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಷ್ಟ ರೀ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೀವು ಈ ಹುಡುಗರ ಹತ್ರ ದಿನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗಳ ಆಡ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರು ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದಾಟ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ಯು. ಗೋಡ ಮೈದಾನೆ, ನಾವ್ಯಾರು ತಡೆಯಕ್ಕೆ? Okay guys, thank you, and this is how the classes will be. Okay, and the approach will change for different topics. Not necessarily same thing will be in the different topics also, but the way of teaching and observation, understanding, that is the whole concept of this whole exam. Okay, and also the classes also is designed in such a manner only. So I don't give you any printed material and all. They are all dynamic. Okay, questions dynamic. I'll change here only. Okay, you have to observe, understand. You also ask me the question. Okay, if you give a fair question, then we take itself as a question there. Okay, madam. That's how you have to learn things. Getting? Okay, putting 2-3 questions on a board here in a PPT form, learning only these 3 questions and expecting the same in the exam. It doesn't work in this exam. Okay, then you are preparing for a different exam and you are in a bad route also. Okay, so you need a conceptual clarity. If you start the number system, complete it. Okay, if not, do not start. Time waste alva ardambardha madidre ashtu gothir sir. Okay guys, thank you. We'll see you at the same time tomorrow. Okay, the venue will be updated. Okay madam, thank you. Enjoyed? Okay, thank you. See you. Good night. Tomorrow class time will be updated in your group. Okay, group or channel. Okay, those who have taken the admission, okay, you'll get the update. Mostly 5:30 to 8:30 only. Have you got same venue? Okay, same venue 5:30 to 8:30, madam. Okay, thank you. See you.